Hey, my name is James Deardorff, and the purpose of this video is to make you aware of a report I've been writing along with others and possibly make you open to reading it. It's about freedom of design. Freedom of Design is a community service program operated by the American Institute of Architecture students, or AIAS, on campus. The subcommittee is dedicated to leveraging the skills and talents of Texas A&M architecture students to impact their community positively. Each year, the committee embarks on a different community project, and this year they aim to redevelop a space for creative use at the Langford Architecture Building to provide the students with an outdoor space to work and learn. However, they face funding challenges that could potentially hinder its future success and development as an organization. The goal. Our mission was to create an affordable solution for fundraising the community projects that are proposed by Freedom by Design organization. The subsequent report, Creating Fundraising Strategies for Freedom by Design, is the culmination of our research and efforts towards that goal and is approved by the whole of Group 5. The main goal of this slideshow is to urge the audience to go and read our thorough report. In determining and analyzing the current costs and funding challenges, we conducted our primary research via interviews with you, Ariana Ramirez, the president of the Freedom by Design organization, and surveys involving the general members of the organization. The full results collected and much more will be provided in the full paper report. Here are the methods that we used to find this information. The first was to determine the current operating costs and funding challenges of Freedom by Design. The second was to discuss and examine the current funding sources for the program. Third, review secondary sources. Fourth, investigate fundraising strategies. And fifth, and last, formulate an effective funding strategy based on these responses. Here are the results for these methods that we used. Now, as a reminder, the first method was to determine the current operating costs and funding challenges by Freedom of Design. And for the current project Freedom by Design is engaged with, the budget is estimated at $1,425. Funding challenges come from gaining sponsors due to the organization being small. The second method was to discuss and examine the current funding sources for the program. And each year, Freedom by Design receives a uniform $1,000 grant from the American Institute of Architecture students. This year, the club leadership sought a previously unutilized resource from Texas A&M University that provides an additional $500. And the third step was to review our secondary sources. The results were that we reviewed and analyzed credible, reliable, and replicable information from secondary sources, such as How to Ask for Support for Your Nonprofit Cause, Creative Project by Fredericks in 2010, and Executive's Guide to Fundraising Operations, Principles, Tools, and Trends by Cannon in 2011, and Fundraising Principles and Practice by Sergeant Shang in 2017. These are accessible in the Texas A&M Library database online. These included where sources of support and resources can come from, how various organizations, especially ones of small size and outreach, fundraise and ask for support, and what to expect from different types of monetary sources and their levels of effectiveness. This step included organizing qualitative and, to some extent, quantitative data for further study and application to the final recommendation. This figure here is a table that I created for this project, and it basically just outlines the funding sources that Freedom by Design came across in 2023, what percentage they are, if it was inflow or outflow, and what they had left over. As far as results 4 and 5, which are the last results, they're completely finished. As stated previously, the point of this slideshow is to urge the audience to look deeper into the complete report, which has been published in the form of a 17-page paper completed with a table of contents, a list of more illustrations, a works cited page, and much more. These here are the works cited for this presentation. And that's all for this presentation. I hope I've convinced you to go and read our full report. Thanks.